I remember sitting on my living room floor. I was 5 years old. The TV was a portal to a world where men were made of iron and lightning. I thought they were invincible. Now, I am older. I see the wires. I see the political games played in quiet offices. But that magic, it never truly dies. It just changes shape. It becomes a story of survival. Today, I am exposing the 7 levels of WWE heroes. We are looking at the scrap in the gutter and the kings on the throne. The underdog. Level 1 is the gutter. It is the dirt under the fingernails of every dreamer who ever laced up a pair of boots. Daniel Bryan is the patron saint of the gutter. In 2010, the men in suits looked at him and saw a B+ player. They saw a man who looked like he belonged in a library, not a coliseum. They did not see the fire. But the fans, we saw his soul. I remember the first time I watched him. He looked like a stray dog in a pack of wolves. He was surrounded by titans. Then the bell rang. He didn't just wrestle. He suffered for us. He outworked every golden boy the company tried to shove down our throats. The Yes movement wasn't a script. It was a riot. It was the sound of thousands of people refusing to be told who to love. We hijacked the shows. We turned our backs on the chosen ones. We forced the hand of fate at WrestleMania 30. Bryan didn't just win, he survived. He beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in a single night of blood and thunder. That is the peak of level 1. He proved that the smallest voice, when joined by a million others, can bring down a mountain. He was our hero because he looked like the man in the mirror. Then there is Rey Mysterio. For 30 years, the world told Rey he was a flea among giants. He is 5'6". He spent a lifetime staring up at the chins of monsters like Kane and The Big Show. I used to watch him as a kid and feel a knot in my stomach. I thought one wrong move would truly break him in half. He took powerbombs that should have ended his life, but Rey never stayed on the mat. He found wings in the shadows. His win at WrestleMania 22 was a letter to every kid who was ever told they weren't big enough to dream. Rey broke the glass ceiling and built a ladder for every cruiserweight who followed. Underdogs don't win because they are the strongest. They win because they are the only ones left standing when the giants get tired. The mid-card hero. Level 2 is the engine room. It is the smell of sweat and cheap tape. These are the workhorses, the men who carry the weight of the company on their backs while the stars take the credit. They put on 20-minute classics on a random Monday night in a city that will forget their names by Tuesday. Without them, the show is just a hollow shell. Dolph Ziggler is the ultimate mid-card hero. For nearly 2 decades, Dolph was the most reliable heart in the building. He was the show-off, a man who could turn a 3-minute loss into a work of art. If a new star was rising, they had to walk through the fire of Dolph Ziggler first. He was the gatekeeper. He was the man who made everyone else look like $1 million while he settled for pennies. I remember his cash in the night after WrestleMania 29. The arena in New Jersey didn't just cheer, they screamed. It was a roar that came from the gut of every fan who felt Dolph deserved more. He became the world heavyweight champion because we demanded it, but the office always had a short memory. They would give him the ball, watch him score, and then take it away. He won the Intercontinental title 6 times. He bled for a company that treated him like a placeholder. Ziggler worked every match like it was his last. He is a hero because he never gave up on the craft, even when the business gave up on him. Sami Zayn walks this same path. Sami is a master of the human condition. He can be a hero, a tragedy, or a joke. He can have a 5-star match with a ladder or a comedy routine with a movie star. He spent years as the guy who made other people look good. That is the quiet burden of level 2. The company must trust you to protect their investments. Sami is the glue that holds the chaos together. He is the hero of the middle, the man who proves that talent will always find a way to shine, even when it's buried in the shadows. These men earn the respect of the locker room. They never miss a flight. They never miss a beat. The fan favorite. Level 3 is where the spirit takes flight. At this level, the win-loss record is a lie. They care about the fire in your eyes. Drew McIntyre has become the king of this mountain. He is the Scottish warrior, a man whose career is a map of scars and redemption. In 2014, he was a joke. He was part of a comedy act, a man whose potential was being flushed down the drain. Most men would have crawled into a hole, but Drew went into the wilderness. He rebuilt his body and his mind. He came back in 2017 as a force of nature. He stood alone when the world stopped in 2020. He carried the company through the silence of the pandemic, wrestling for an empty room so we could have a moment of peace at home. Fans love Drew because he is raw. He doesn't play the political games. He goes out there and he smashes. He represents the man who was kicked out of his house and came back to buy the neighborhood. He is a hero because he survived his own failure. LA Knight is the other miracle of level 3. The office wanted him to be a manager. They wanted to hide his voice and dress him in a suit. They tried to keep the lid on the jar, but the fans heard the grit. They heard the hunger of a man who spent 20 years in high school gyms and empty armories. We started chanting yeah, because we knew he was the real thing. Knight didn't wait for a push. He took the company by the throat. He sold more merchandise than the men in the main event. That is what a fan favorite is, a mirror for the fans' own desires. The main eventer. Now we enter the realm of the Titans. These are the heavy hitters. These are the heroes who sell out stadiums and see their faces on the side of buildings. They are the ones the stories are written for. They are the gold standard for every man in the back. Seth freaking Rollins has lived in this air for 10 years. He is the visionary, a man who can fly like an eagle and strike like a hammer. He has never had a bad match because he doesn't know how to give anything less than everything. Even when his back is a map of pain and his knees are held together by luck, he shows up. He is the hero who protects the dignity of the ring. He is the man the company calls when they need a miracle. Cody Rhodes is the other another pillar of the light. His story is a poem of legacy and loss. He left the company as a jester and came back as a king. He finished his story by taking the throne from Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Now, he is the face of SmackDown. He wears the three-piece suits like armor. He does the media tours. He carries the weight of a billion-dollar empire on his shoulders every single night. Being a main eventer means you have no off nights. You are the benchmark. If you fail, the show fails. These heroes are the elite. The face of the company. This is the loneliest peak in the world. There is only one face of the company. This person is the sun, and everyone else is just a planet caught in their gravity. They represent the brand to the world. They are the ones children dream about. Roman Reigns is the face. For years, he has been the center of the universe. His run as the tribal chief was a historic reign of terror and beauty. He went over 1,316 days as the champion. He became the final boss. He is the leader of the locker room, the man who dictates the pace of the business. Even without the gold, he is the most important man in the room. Roman represents the mountain. He is the hero who became a king. He carried the company through its greatest era of growth. He is the standard. John Cena held this torch before him. Cena was the hero for an entire generation of children. He lived by a code: hustle, loyalty, respect. He was a corporate soldier and a fan hero at the same time. He took the boos of the adults and the cheers of the kids and turned it into a symphony of noise. He was the perfect face for the PG era. The face of the company has the hardest job in sports. You are never truly off the clock. You have to be a hero in the ring and a saint outside of it. Only the strongest souls can survive this role. The Hall of Fame legend. Level 6 heroes have nothing left to prove. They have won every title. They have bled in every city. They are icons who only appear when the moon is full and the stakes are at their highest. Randy Orton is the gold standard of the legend. He is the apex predator. He has been a top star for over 20 years. He has the most dangerous move in the history of the business, the RKO. Randy recently reminded us why he is feared. He turned on Cody Rhodes, smashing him with a chair and leaving him in a pool of blood. Randy doesn't care about being a hero you like. He wants to be a hero you respect. He is the veteran who keeps the young lions in line. He is the ghost in the machine. John Cena is now a legend in the truest sense. His 2025 farewell tour was a long goodbye to the ring he built. He went out on his own terms. His final match against Gunther was a masterpiece of old versus new. Gunther is the ring general, a man of pure violence. Cena put him over. He tapped out. That is what a true legend does. They feed the future with their own legacy. Cena gave 20 years to this business. He is a hero because he knew when it was time to leave. The Eternal Icon. Finally, we reach the summit. The Eternal Icons. These are the names that are written in the stars. They are bigger than the WWE. They are gods of pop culture. They are the reason the lights stay on. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the ultimate hero. He was the common man who stood up to his boss and won. He drank beer and he raised hell. His return at WrestleMania 38 against Kevin Owens was a gift to every fan who missed the fire of the 90s. He is the Eternal Rebel. The Rock is a global star, a man who conquered Hollywood but never forgot the dirt of the ring. He is the people's champion forever. When he returns, time stops. He is a symbol of what wrestling can become. The Undertaker is the soul of the business. For 30 years, he was the conscience of the locker room. He stayed loyal when everyone else fled. He is the most respected man to ever lace up a pair of boots. So, what do you think about the 7 levels of WWE heroes? Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and drink enough water to keep your kidneys healthy.